This video will be discussing the Northern Ireland Protocol reforms. This video will start off by discussing what the Northern Ireland Protocol is. What are the issues surrounding it? And what changes and reforms do the UK government want to make to it and why? And who opposes these reforms? For more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe. In 2021, the Northern Ireland Protocol came into force, and since then it has been a constant source of controversy. Many disputes broke out in the Northern Ireland Assembly over this protocol. So because of this, the UK and the EU have been holding negotiations to discuss new ways to move forward. Not to mention, talks are also being held between the UK and Northern Ireland in order to get backing and support for the New Deal. The Northern Ireland Protocol is a trading agreement which allows the transportation of goods over the Irish land border without any checks taking place. This agreement was one of the achievements from the Brexit talks. Prior to Brexit, goods could easily be transported across the Irish land border, as both sides followed the same rules, which was those of the EU. But after the UK left, then this special trading agreement was arranged as Northern Ireland shares a land border with the Republic of Ireland, which still remains with the EU. When it comes to the EU, they have very strict rules on certain products such as foods and other certain items, especially for those that arrive from a non-EU country. These items may also face border checks. The reason why this land border is such a delicate issue is because of Northern Ireland's difficult political past. There were high concerns that conflict may break out if cameras or border posts were put up on these sites at checking points. Both the UK and the EU have agreed that the main priority is to make sure that the Good Friday Agreement is protected at all costs, so because of this the Northern Ireland Protocol was drawn up and signed by both sides and has been absorbed into international law. The way this protocol works is that any inspections and checks of goods are done at the Northern Ireland ports rather than the Irish border, and these checks that are carried out are done between the UK and Northern Ireland. The protocol also outlined how Northern Ireland would have to continue to follow the EU product standard rules. The UK government would like to reform the protocol through the creation of lanes. So a red lane would be introduced, which would be for products that are being taken into either the Republic of Ireland or the EU, and these would face full checks and custom controls. Whereas the green lane would be for trusted traders who are taking goods only into Northern Ireland, and these goods would not be facing any checks or custom controls. As well as this, other reforms that UK government would like to introduce are reforms to the tax rules, as again Northern Ireland businesses follow the EU rules when it comes to VAT and state aid. Which means that the support the government can provide through payments to help businesses must follow the rules of the EU, as well as the tax breaks business can receive also must follow the rules of the EU. The UK government wants to remove all of these rules and replace them with its own. As well as this, the UK government would also like any disputes that arise over the Northern Ireland Protocol to be settled by an independent body, not the European Court of Justice. It is very likely that the reforms that have been made to this protocol will be accepted by the UK Parliament and that it will face very little opposition from any of the UK political parties. In Northern Ireland, the Unionist parties have declared their ongoing support for Northern Ireland to continue to be part of the UK. But they argue that they would not like to see an effective border being placed across the Irish Sea, as they feel by doing this it would undermine Northern Ireland's position within the UK. But major concerns come from the DUP party, who are refusing to participate in the current power-sharing government of Northern Ireland, due to its major opposition against the original protocol. Because of this, there are worries they may not like the New Deal. Finally, the reforms to this protocol have been completed and the new Brexit deal has been announced, which is called the Windsor Framework, and in order for this deal to come into force, it needs to be voted on and passed through the House of Commons. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and make sure to leave a comment below telling me your thoughts on the Northern Ireland Protocol.